Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Today we're taking a look at the Golden Archive Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves Doric. So as you can see, it's got that awesome movie artwork with all that movie packaging design, stuff that we've seen on, of course, the Funko Pops and among other stuff that came out to promote the movie. But you can see this nice illustration of Doric with her slingshot, looking really cool in the Neverwinter Forest. That's the one. I had to think about it for a minute, but you can see the figure there with its single accessory. Nice illustration of Doric. You can see Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, little D&D dragon logo. Looks really cool. Side of the box, you can see a closer image of that Doric render, or artwork, whatever you want to call it. It says her name, Doric. Side of the box, we have a shape-shifting tiefling druid who makes her home with the elves of the Dark Forest. Fights to protect the natural world from those who destroy it. And then that's that same sentence, just in multiple different languages. Hooray for languages! Back of the box, a nice glamour shot of the figure. You can see that she does have a flip-up, what is that called? That is a slingshot. And you see the barcode here for playdnd.com. A lot of obligatory product stuff, including the different stuff that it comes with. But that pretty much wraps up the box. It's a shame that they don't have the windows like they used to. It's more plastic-free packaging, you know, trying to get rid of all that plastic that's just inevitably going to get dumped into the sewers and the oceans and wherever else. But without further ado, I'm going to get Doric here unboxed, so don't go away. There'll be more review to be had in just a few moments. Alright, here is Doric out of the box, but before we take a look at Doric, let's quickly have a gander at her single accessory, which is this kind of shroud, I guess you would call it. And it's really nice in its details. You got some nice fabric. And then there's like some wrinkles here as it's like moving around with Doric, obviously. And then we have some kind of really cool, I would say this is some leaves making up this kind of nice effect here. And then we got some nice green going into jade, and then some kind of crimson brown. And then we got like a more grass green here for the actual shoulder pad. Now, if you want Doric to actually have this, you can simply just plug it into her forearm here. And now she has her little shroud on her, which looks really cool. I don't remember Doric having this in the movie, but definitely for like a figure sense, this definitely completes the look. And it just looks really cool. So here we have the face sculpt, which looks a lot like Sophia Illis. I know when this figure was first revealed, it didn't really look like Sophia Illis from the promotional shots and the figure photography, but in hand here, it really looks like Sophia with all the freckles, the nice brilliant green eyes. It just looks really nice. The face sculpt itself really takes away from the rest of the figure, which looks just very cartoonish compared to that super realistic head sculpt. Then you can see she's got her horns here, and a lot of nice hair texture, and she can do the Exorcist here for articulation, so that's cool. And we're going to take off this little shroud here, put that off to the side. She does have nice articulation in her arms. They are on a double joint, and surprisingly enough, the shoulder pads don't really get in the way too much. So there's that. Obviously, the arms can move forward this much, they can move back that much, and that goes the same on each side. And she also has a nice elbow bend. You can move up that far. And that's on both sides. So really cool stuff. She does have really nice... Okay, it really does not want to focus. She does have really nice rotation here at the arms or at the hands. And then it moves up and down, which is awesome. That goes for both sides. It rotates. And it moves up and down. And then she does have her slingshot, which just kind of folds up and it folds down. She does have a nice sort of crunch, I would call it, and she can move up here at the breast here. You can see how that joint moves. And then she does sort of move from side to side, sort of. It's just kind of a waggle. And then she does have some nice articulation here in the legs. However, the side skirts do get in the way, but you can kind of force it, which I don't recommend usually under most circumstances. But she does have a kind of meh kick, and her legs can move out kind of that far, but again, the side skirts and of course the tail get in the way, and then she got that huge butt too. Like, look at that. So there's that, and then again, you can force it. I wouldn't recommend this usually though. You can force that, get a kind of janky ass kick, and then it moves back sort of. But again, the tail and all that get in the way. She does have a double joint here at the knees here. So it does sort of bend here. So there's a regular bend here at the knee, right? And then you put that back into place. There's also another bend here at the kind of bottom of this armor. So that's really cool. So there's a double joint there. I'm not going to do it on the other side because I just feel really nervous moving that joint around. But she does have upward movement at her the bottom of her feet, and then backward movement. And then, of course, she does have side to side, and that goes on both feet, back and forth, and side to side. And then, probably the coolest part about this figure is this tail. This tail is on a ball joint, ladies and gentlemen. A ball joint. Which is super awesome, and it allows for such a range of motion. You know, I was expecting it to just go on each side, but no. It has a full ball joint. You can rotate it however you want, and it just looks super cool. Going into, like, the details of her outfit, she's got this really cool armor, which reminds me of, like, something that Peter Pan would wear. A lot of, like, leafy, vine-like textures. The side skirts look really nice. She's got this kind of belt, kind of keeping everything, you know, uniform looking. She's got these nice bracers. She's got these wraps around her hands. And then I would imagine that she has some kind of, like, body suit underneath her armor, because you can see that her arms are the same sort of dark green that her leggings are, which would make me think that there's like a whole bodysuit underneath the armor, which just looks cool. You can see right here, she's got some really nice boots that have like an armored lip here, and you can see they're kind of got some good heels on there. Back of them, they're lace-up boots, so there's nothing hotter than a girl with lace-up boots. Even the back laces up, you know, and got all those laces, eh? I'm sure that's a fetish of some kind. You can see the back of her kind of shoulder pads and her neck and short hair. It just looks really cool, the wrinkles, the different textures in her outfit. It looks really nice and definitely really realistic. Again, putting her thing back on here. So you can complete the look of Doric. But with that out of the way, let's get into some size comparisons. Shall we? First up for comparison, here she is next to her Funko Pop. And you can see the Funko Pop has a lot more brighter colors. And also, there's one difference here, is her leggings, or I would say even bodysuit, has black, almost leather leggings. And here, she just has her regular green leggings, which I think looks nicer than the black. I do like black leggings, you know, I mean, it's black leggings, right? But definitely with the way that this figure went, I feel like the dark green works better. But there are the two different versions of Doric, the Golden Archive Doric and the Funko Pop Doric. Next up, here she is next to her owlbear form. This is the Doric owlbear from the Honor Among Thieves plush line. You can see Doric's owlbear there. Looks really cute and awesome. Very big compared to this figure, but there are the two of them. And finally, here is Doric next to a can of Hero's Potion of Power. So yeah, she's about the size of a little shorter actually. A little short of a king-size can of soda. In this case, Hero's Potion of Power. But there's Doric. I think she's definitely a really cool figure, and I like her. The likeness to Sophia Illis is almost spot on. The detail and the articulation on this thing is awesome, and it takes figures to a brand new level. I was not expecting there to be a double joint on the legs. That's just super awesome. The ball joint on the tail is very much appreciated compared to the usual swivel we have on these tails. But with that being said, let me know if you guys want me to do more of these Dungeons & Dragons figures. And with that, do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.